5 ways to handle toddler tantrums.
Is it a celebrity name, like celebrity baby name?
Right.
Or is it something else? Trofton Bowman Stoja.
You butthead.
Your brain is just like smoke coming out your ears right now. Welcome to the Unhelpful Parenting Podcast,
Where we share the real, the raw, and the ridiculousness of parenthood.
So if you're a mum who's experienced the season where self-care looks like a shower where you get to wash your hair and shave your legs at the same time,
Or a dad who just gets a call every time there's a spider.
then you're in the right place. All right, welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
We are week 7, I think, now of the Unhelpful Parenting Podcast. I'm Beck,
I am Sam.
and we are parents of 3 little, well, super little anymore, but 3.
They're little compared
Yeah.
to not little.
Yeah, we've got 1 in school, so we're embracing the school journey at the moment.
School
which
holidays.
is fun. Yeah. That was a new one.
I miss holidays.
Going from packing lunches like the go every day to it just all of a sudden stops. That's a new experience. I've got a new appreciation for vacation care. Might be something we'd be looking into later down the track, but
We'll see.
we wanted to start today just with a thank you to everyone who's been listening and getting really involved.
Yeah. For sure.
Especially on socials, liking and following and sharing. But even more than that, I think the people that are sending us in stories and writing answers to questions.
It's helpful.
Yeah, it's really helpful. And I think more helpful than you know, because I think this podcast only really works if you guys do that. So we are really grateful for every story.
Yeah, we can only tell so many stories.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
our kids, like last week, if this is your first time on the podcast, I'd highly recommend adding last week's podcast to your
last week's
listening
was
to.
good.
Like,
That's
add
a
it
good
to the
example of
listening queue.
why we need stories.
Because that was, I think, so far it's one of my favorites, and I think because of how many we got sent in,
Yeah.
I think that made it gold. Like we
yeah.
could have talked, like we were talking about the funny things kids say, and we could have talked about, well, we shared a few of ours, but I think the dynamic of different kids, different ages too,
Different topics.
yeah. And I'm really enjoying getting
Morbid obesity.
Yeah, really enjoying getting stories from older, like parents whose kids are grown up. Because they're really funny, because they're the ones that have stuck around for a long time that you haven't like forgotten. It's
You
not
know,
like,
if you still remember them after 20 years, then
yeah,
that's a scary story.
So big thank you, and keep an eye out for more questions. We'll preempt actually this episode. We're gonna at the end of the episode tell you what kind of.
You can do it now if you want.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have to be
No,
the end.
I want to do it later because
okay.
it ties into one of the other segments. So what we are doing today.
Okay.
We have another game of this or that. Sam doesn't know what's coming.
I have no idea.
so we've
I
done-
literally got told, well, as we were sitting down.
Yeah. So we've done Bluey versus Friends in the past. That was lots of fun. This one's going to be lots of fun. And I haven't told Sam what it is so that he can't go do pre-research. So he's going to be completely
I was going to
blind
say,
for this one.
Good. Yeah.
And then we have a lot of answers, well, a fair few answers to the question we put out about song lyrics. What song lyrics do your kids get wrong? So we're going to talk about that. And
I literally blanked on all of ours. I was like,
I remembered.
okay, good.
I
'Cause
remembered
like,
the main one for us.
I'm the sort of person that's like, that's hilarious. And don't write it down.
I'm the sentimental write everything down person. I've got a book that's actually called Funny Things My Kids Say that I've written in, at least for the oldest child. I don't know whether it's going to make it through all
Have you put the hair
3.
in it too that you keep and all the other sentimental? You're gonna be the weird person that keeps teeth.
No,
Good.
my mum kept my teeth and I thought that was weird. So
That's weird.
yeah, I don't know. But do you put them in the bin or do you flush them down the toilet? What do you do with teeth?
Bin. Why would you flush them down the toilet?
Well, why would you put them in the bin? Someone at some rubbish processing facility is going to be like, oh, here's a bunch of teeth. Like, ew.
You flush them down the toilet, they go to a sewage treatment plant and you can't do anything with it. No.
What can you do
It's
with
like
teeth?
What exactly? So just put it in the rubbish. No.
Okay.
Weirdo, it's not a fish.
Yeah, I guess we'll see which one of us ends up being the tooth fairy, where it ends up going.
It's going in the bin.
Okay. Why don't you kick us off with a meme then? This is something Sam does every episode.
My meme for the week
Yeah.
actually got sent to us by one of our staff, one of our team. 5 ways to handle I'll try again. 5 ways to handle toddler tantrums. Take notes. 1, you can't. 2, it's useless. 3, don't bother. 4, look at pictures from a year ago when they didn't act like this and remember the good times. 5, scream with them.
Maybe guilty of screaming with them once or twice.
I was going to say, you're guilty of all of them. You literally sit there and look up. You do. You go back and reminisce, normally after the tantrum, but you sit there and reminisce on old photos and everything.
Yeah. No, I think last time you were away for an extended period of time.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. You were away for, I think it was 4 nights. And day 4, it was like everyone was crying. Like someone was whinging about being hungry. Someone was whinging about someone else hitting them. The baby was teething and just lying on the floor crying. And like it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was so overstimulated and I was like, Mummy wants to cry too. And it was, yeah. And they actually thought it was hilarious. It actually worked. They just snapped out of it and were like, what's wrong with Mum?
Everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's play this or that.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
No. I'm actually not ready.
So my idea, and I really hope this works, we'll see how we go, but my idea is to do, is it a celebrity name, like celebrity baby name?
Right.
Or is it something else? So it's not verse, like it's not
I was
like
gonna
Louis
say, it's not very
or is it
specific.
something else? So I've gone and I've just found a whole bunch of other fun
Chicken.
word things. I mean, once we get started, it's not going to be that simple.
I know. I can imagine.
But
Pre-warning,
reminder,
if you have Elon Musk's in there, I already know that one. Oh, you do. All right, winner.
we'll see if you get it.
I have 1 out of 0.
You know he has more than one child, right?
Yeah, but okay. Anyway, keep going.
Pre-warning to you, Sam has a very dry sense of humour. Just remember that these are actually people. I doubt they're probably going to listen to our podcast, but just remember that they're people. Be kind.
No,
The child didn't pick their name.
If a celebrity's, well, I won't be picking on the kid. I'll be picking on the parents.
You know how hard it is to pick a baby name. Anyway, okay.
And I know how dumb celebrities are, so continue.
This or that. Diva Thin Muffin.
Is that 3 names, like Diva Thin Muffin? Or is
That's
it
their name.
Diva Thin Muffin?
It's 3. Diva Thin Muffin.
It sounds dumb enough to be a name.
It is. If you're playing along at home, and feel free to play along at home. We're not going to score this time because we got it wrong. It is a celebrity name.
Right.
Adelaide and Frank Zappa, American musicians from the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of their children's names. I had to, like, the reason I paused before I started that one is because I had to pick which of their children's names to use because they have a moon unit.
Moon unit.
2 words, moon unit. They have a dweezil. They have a Armet, and they have Diva Thin Muffin.
Well, we know what they were on when they were naming, don't we? It was the 70s.
Apparently, Dweezil began as a pet name that Frank had coined for his wife's pinky toe. You haven't named my toes.
Because that's freaking weird. That is...
I know, yeah.
And then you go, hey, kid, you're called Dweezil. I used to call your mum's pinky toe when I used to lick it. Freaking weirdos. What? Acid will do that to you? Okay.
Yonex E-Zone.
That's a flipping tennis brand.
How did you know that?
Yonex. It's
Yeah,
tennis brand.
It's a Japanese tennis racket group. How did you even know that? I am like...
Do you forget I used to play tennis?
Yeah, but it's not like... You
Yonex.
can't find one in like Rebel Sport or anything.
Yonex. I know the brand Yonex. The 3 dots or the dots.
Okay. All right.
Is
Well,
it
you got that one.
5 dots, 3 dots, something
I
like that.
don't
It's like a pyramid-ish type shape.
All right. Elsie Otter.
That could be a name, but I feel like I've heard it not as a name. I feel like I've heard it as a thing.
So you're locking in?
Thing.
Nope. That's Zoe. I can never say her last name. Deschanel.
Yeah, Deschanel. Or
Her child is Elsie Otter
okay.
because they love otters.
Is that actually why?
Yep. They liked the name Elsie and they
weird.
said they love otters. So,
All right.
pilot inspector.
I really want to say it's obviously a job role or a thing, but are you messing with me? You could be. But then again, we did have Diva Thin Muffin.
Pilot inspector. What are you guessing?
It's got to be a job role.
No.
It's a name.
Jason Lee's child, the guy who plays My Name is Earl, is pilot inspector. When I came up with this as a topic, I was like, oh, like I know there's like Apple and Sunday Bro, like you've got those names out
I
there.
just want to take a moment to say these are celebrities that are looked up to in America.
All right. Shaggy Soldier.
That could be a name too. Name.
No.
Frick.
It's a species of flowering plant also known as the Peruvian daisy.
I mean, Pilot Inspector Shaggy. Yeah, all right. You did that one well. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to hang on. I need coffee after that. Bloody hell.
I've got heaps too, so tell me if you're like done, you're going to have to call it. But
My
I have
goodness.
like, this is great. Star Micronics.
Thing.
Yes, it's an old printer brand.
Yeah, okay.
Techno Mechanicus.
I'm going to go name.
It is, and I hope I said that right. Yeah, it looks like I said that right. That is the Elon Musk name that I had.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I
Because
didn't
he's
do
also
the
got the AX dash
AX.
to send
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
I knew you'd get that one. I tried not to make it obvious.
All right. Well, you picked the Onyx, so, you know.
I didn't realize I obviously don't play tennis enough to even. I watched the Australian Open.
Yeah,
and
you don't
tennis
take
games.
note
Like,
of
they
brands, though.
Yeah, well, they don't advertise.
They do on their tennis rackets and their tennis bags. Anyway.
Okay. Troughton Bowman Stoja.
That's got to be a name.
No. They're 3 different IKEA products that I just smushed together. The Troughton is a bin, the Bowman's a toilet brush, and the Stoja's the cutlery tray.
You butthead. That's cheating.
All right.
It's not a thing. That's things.
Well, it's not a celebrity baby name.
Frick. Well, it's because there was 3. That's the only reason I went for it.
There's a lot of these are multiple names.
Not 3. All right.
Diva Thin Muffin, the very first one was 3.
Yeah, and it was a name. Case in point.
I'm not making this easy for you.
I know.
Kal-El.
That's Superman.
It is.
And also it's a child's name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage named his child Kal-El.
It's Nicolas Cage.
Moxie Crime Fighter.
Name.
Yep. Penn from Penn and Teller has a Moxie Crime Fighter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Also a Zoltan.
Huh?
He's got his son Zoltan as well.
Zoltan.
Yep. Scapsia Beyonce. Your brain is just like smoke coming out your ears right now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I have no idea.
You got to guess. This one, like celebrity
name.
No. It's a scientific name for a fly with a set of golden hairs on its behind. And so the scientists called it like the Beyonce is because they thought it was a bit bootylicious.
I mean,
Fun fact, I actually like triple checked that on the internet too.
logic checks out.
Yeah. Audio science.
Audio science. I mean, I'm naturally drawn to it's a thing. But if someone's named their kid that.
That's something if you were a celebrity picking random names.
I would not pick audio science. That is a thing.
It is a thing, but it's also a name. One of the actors, Shannon Sossaman. I don't know. I'm really bad at saying people's names from seeing it written down. So,
Who are they from?
A Knight's Tale. One of the actors off A Knight's Tale.
Okay.
Yep.
Good movie. Heath Ledger, R.I.P.
Moroccan.
It's good food. Name.
It is. So Mariah Carey's twins, Moroccan and Monroe. And Moroccan's
Didn't go Moroccan and Spice or something?
Moroccan's name was inspired by the aesthetic of the top floor of their Tribeca penthouse.
Gee, I really like this pen. I'm going to call you Soho.
Okay.
Or minimalism. Anyway.
All right. Billy Ingertorp Voxnan.
Well, that's a name. No, wait, hang on. That's more IKEA. You butthead.
You said name first. We are taking first answers.
No. I stopped before I finished.
It is. It's a bookshelf, a side table, and a towel rail from IKEA.
You nearly had me at Billy, and then I went, no, hang on. The other two are freaking IKEA names.
Zuma Nesta Rock.
Well, Paw Patrol.
So you go on Thing.
Was that more IKEA again?
This or that. You got to pick.
Name.
It is. It's
Okay.
Gwen Stefani's.
And Paw
Giraffe-Teton.
Patrol. Huh?
Giraffe-Teton.
Giraffe-Teton. Is it two words?
Titan, probably. Giraffe-Titan.
Is it 2 words or one?
One word. Giraffe-Titan.
It's a thing.
It is. It's a dinosaur with a really long neck.
Yes. All right, one more.
One more. Well,
Pick-
it
pick-
is. It's the last one.
Oh, okay.
The last one is Petal Blossom Rainbow.
That's a name.
It is. It's one of Jamie Oliver's kids. He's got all the flowers. He's got a poppy, a daisy, a petal, and a river rocket. So yeah, I do have 2 special mentions to add in. I couldn't put them in because there's no way you wouldn't guess. But actor Rob Morrow from the show Numbers.
Yes.
He named his child To Simone Aya Morrow. So her name is Tomorrow. I'm not even kidding.
And he's on Numbers. That's quite good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then Uma Thurman's child name.
Oh, yeah, she has a weird one.
No, it's not. Well, it's not too weird. It's just like pick a name. It's Rosalind Arusha Akadina Altaluni Florence. Also, like they just call her Luna.
They just call her freaking Luna. Crikey. Mind you, not that we can talk.
I'm never judgmental of kids' names. Very rarely does someone introduce their child to me and I'm like, what?
Some of them. Anyway.
But it is hard to name a child. Like, we know better than anyone. We have
but you
extremely
don't
different
just
tastes.
flipping like open a dictionary and go, yeah, that'll do. Horse butt. Like,
yeah, I don't know where. I feel like
they are humans, people.
I feel like in Australia, a lot of those names probably wouldn't get passed. Like, did you know you actually have to get your names approved? Like, when you send in the name, births, deaths, and marriages can turn around and be like, no.
That's not a real name.
That's not a real name. Or there's like a list of band names, like if it's a position. So you can't, in Australia, I don't know if it's the same everywhere else, but you can't name your child captain because that's a position.
Yes.
So, yeah, you can't name your kid that.
But inspector is totally okay.
Is it?
Pilot inspector.
Oh, they're not Australian. Like,
Oh,
but anyway, yeah, lots of
we have
fun.
another kid. I'm calling him Iron Man.
Really? Well,
All right.
that was this or that. You'll have to tell us if you like.
That was
those
actually pretty good.
segments. I
I'm
thought that
going to
was
say it was
fun.
pretty good. I actually struggled with that.
Yeah, I liked watching it, like your brain just start to go.
It shut down.
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah.
I just can't. I couldn't compute stupid anymore.
To be fair, like I have said already, like it is hard to pick a child's name. It's not like we had a lot of trouble. Like Hartley.
Yeah, but
we've got a
we
Hartley,
didn't
which is
delve
really
into the
unusual. But
Not names. We at least kept names.
Yeah. I remember having a meltdown at 36 weeks pregnant with Hartley that we hadn't picked a name. I had a list of, we went through we had a baby app, like the baby names app that it would sync between mine and Sam's phone so we could go through and tick which ones we like.
Basically name Tinder.
Yeah. And it would.
You can swipe left or swipe right.
Actually could. And then it collected all of your matches. And we had one match.
And then you go on dates.
We only had one. We went through the entire app. Like I think we went through 7,000 boys' names each. And
it was a
like gender neutral names.
9 months.
And we only ticked one name, and then when we got that match, we both looked at it and we were like, oh, we don't really like that anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got there eventually.
Yeah.
But I am glad all of our children are named. If you're out there trying to pick a name for your child, I envied the people that had that list. Like, I've known what I wanted to name my child since high school. And I was like, I don't have that. And even if I did, you would have probably vetoed it because you were pretty fussy too. Well, this week we asked you guys to send in
song lyrics pronounced badly.
Yes. What of your children?
By children.
Yes. Well, I didn't realize when I sent it out, it's actually something that even as adults, we're all still learning the lyrics to some of the songs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't
sometimes Spotify shows the lyrics and I'm like, oh,
but the kids' ones are often cuter because they're innocent and they put funny things in there. And we've got a fair few that have come through, so we'll roll with them. Are you going to put music under some of these?
Depends on copyright, but I could.
Yeah. Well, I don't really want to sing them because I am not a singer. You'll all be tuning out. We'll be looking at the stats of the podcast where people stop listening and it'll just Beck started singing. All right, first one was ABBA. Gimme, gimme, gimme a banana at midnight.
Gimme, gimme, gimme a banana at midnight.
Banana at midnight.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose.
Hey,
if you got banana on the mind.
Yeah. That was Hartley would probably pull that one out. He ate 3 bananas yesterday. He's just a little monkey. Hey Ya by Outkast was Australia. Yeah,
I did think it was, and then they did the Australia.
Maybe that's where they got it from.
Well, they did the cover. Remember they did someone did a cover of Australia, and then it's all the things that can kill you.
The kid just never heard it differently when they heard the song later.
But that was Australia.
Yeah. No, they were singing.
Australia. Johnny Nash. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. There are no popsicles in my way.
I can see all obstacles in my way.
That's not bad. I like popsicles. Yep. Africa. This is a good one. This is my favourite.
It's one of Sam's favourite songs.
No, it's Toto. They're one of my favourite bands. There's nothing that 100 men on Mars could never do. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Guns N' Roses. Knock, knock, knocking on Kevin's door.
Kevin!
They really wanted to talk to Kevin.
Understandable. Kevin might have had a popsicle.
No popsicles in my way.
Or a banana. Drift Away by Uncle Cracker. Give me the Beach Boys and Free My Soul.
I will admit, when I saw that one, I was like, I thought that was the lyrics. Apparently not.
No.
It's Give Me the Beat Boys.
Yep. No one wants the Beach Boys.
Oh,
wait. No. I'm thinking Backstreet Boys. Everyone wants the Beach Boys. No one wants the Backstreet Boys.
Careful, you'll have some mums up in arms.
No, I didn't talk about NSYNC. NSYNC's different.
Oh, yeah. Wrong audience for that.
Backstreet Boys.
Trash them. Don't go trashing boy bands.
I'll trash boy bands.
We got a story version in as well, and this is great.
Okay.
This is from the child's perspective because they are now grown.
Oh, okay.
I once did a whole performance for my parents and their friends at a dinner party when I was a young child. I sang very seriously and meaningfully whilst my sister literally repeated, ran and leapt across the imaginary stage behind me as my backup dancer to Can You Feel the Love Tonight? While I belted out
Good song.
To Make Kings and Mega Bombs instead of Kings and Vagabonds. As a child, I was not impressed by the laughter to my serious performance. And it's
What was
something
she
she's
singing?
obviously carried around with her for a
Was
while.
she singing?
To make kings and so the lyric line is Kings and Vagabonds.
Yeah.
Kings and Mega Bombs.
Oh, bombs. I thought it was bongs. I was like, what sort of household are you living in? Bombs, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
Mega Bombs. Just dropping them.
Just drop a bomb.
Oh, I love it. Which kind of leads into what I want to talk about next week.
Okay.
Next one, I thought would be really fun to do, like just some toddler translations. In last week's episode, I shared the story of Mackenzie being like scary dinky dinky,
And hobo song.
saying scary dinky dinky over and over, and we're like getting to the point thinking
Will we
her
ever
room's haunted.
Will we ever find out what the hobo song is?
I don't know. I'll message that parent back and ask. But
You know who it was?
I know who sent that.
I want to
story
know
in.
what the hobo song
But we'll
is.
see if we find that out. But yeah, she was scary dinky dinky for ages, and we are trying to work out what dinky dinky was, and it was the song Skinnamarink Dinky Dink. Like it wasn't even scary anything. That mixed with the wrong song lyrics, I'm like, we are just falling perfectly into what has your toddler said?
What is a word that you have not understood and then worked it out and
Yeah.
gone, what the heck?
Give us your toddler translations, which I think will be really fun to do as they come in. If Sam sees them, he's going to like squirrel them away. And if I see them, I'll squirrel them away. And we are going to present them to each other and we have to guess what the word was.
Squirrel them away, like
Squirrel
tuck
them
away nuts.
Like so that so that you don't see it and I don't see it. Like we'll have a like
AKA, we just won't put it in the shared app that we write our notes down in. So if you have any good ones that you want Beck to guess, send them to me,
yes.
please.
Yes, Sam's out there with his unhelpful dad
Oh, yeah.
You can follow Sam
And the
on-
Unhelpful Dad.
on the Unhelpful Dad.
very
I haven't
un-
really set up
I'm-
anything for myself.
Like, I haven't really been posting a lot yet, but I plan to be extremely unhelpful soon.
Great.
Yeah.
And even if you've got older grown kids, like I feel like some of the ones our kids have come out with, I'm like, I'm never going to forget. Like, I hope I never forget. I've written them in my funny thing.
Well, then you're not
going
gonna
to
forget.
So
That's
I'm
not
not
the
going
point
to
of the
forget. Like for Mackenzie, minnum was an actual word for her. That's what she thought water was. So she'd
That's
give us
because
her
we used to
sippy
be like,
cup.
num, num, num.
Well, yeah, trying to get her to drink from it. I'd be like trying to get her to do the mouth movements. And so I was like, num, 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 num. And so, but she just grew up until she was like 4 thinking minnum was water.
And then we were like, water.
She's like, what? And we're like, that's actually the word for it.
Or Deh-Deh. Deh-Deh is a lot of things for Harley at the
Yeah,
moment.
that's his like blanket word.
Any like syllables he can't do, it's
Yeah. But monster truck, that's.
well, it was
Deh-Deh.
yeah.
That was the original Deh-Deh.
It was like say monster. I think I'd said it in like episode 1 or something. It was like say monster, duh, truck, duh.
Like,
Deh-Deh.
oh, okay, that's why that's monster truck.
Yeah.
But it took us a long time to work that out. And even we've got Koo-ah.
But even like Peppa Pig, it's Deh-Deh Pig.
Yeah. We've got Koo-ah, which is koala. Is koala puzzle.
Koo-ah,
Yeah.
koo-ah,
So
koo-ah.
send us the word. Please send us the translation with the word because we're like that's not going to work if we don't know what the word is. So yeah, send them on in,
And we have to guess them.
and we'll guess them. That'll be lots of
That'd
fun.
be good. I'm actually keen for that. This or that, yeah. No, it won't be this or that. But
Cool. All right. Well, thank you
if
guys.
you do have any, no,
Yeah.
well, I was just thinking,
Oh, where are you going?
if you do have any now, put them in the comments.
Yes. Don't leave and say I'll do it later and forget because that's what I always do. Put them in the comments now. Like if you're on YouTube watching along with us, chuck them
Just
in.
chuck them in.
Yeah,
The
if
more
you're on
the merrier.
Spotify, just jump over to our socials. Just send us a message. You don't need like. Don't need
Or in the
anything.
description.
Yeah.
In the description on Spotify, you can just click the social links or the website link
Yeah.
and do it.
We've got it all there. We make it super easy. You can follow us.
We'll have the ability to upload like voice clip soon too, so you can just record on the go and
That's awesome. Yeah. Well,
have at it.
thank you for joining us this week. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on Spotify, rate the podcast, Apple, review the podcast, follow on socials, and we
Ding the bell.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.